This is it, the series finale, where there are no more wheel spins and no more upgrades. Our squad has worked their asses off to get to this point, going from just an 81 overall at the start of the season all the way up to a 93 overall powerhouse, finishing 13-0 and grabbing the #1 seed in the college football playoff, where we will have to play the super dangerous Ohio State Buckeyes, who are coming off their only loss of the season, and they're going to want revenge against Wisconsin in the second round, so it's our job to make sure that they don't get that opportunity as we kick off the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia. We came out the gates firing. As you see, Josh Wood finds McCollum here for this big gain on third down, but things didn't end all that well on this drive as we got held on third down and decided to go for it. That wasn't a great idea as Dante Smith caught the ball and went out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Very unfortunate, especially because they were able to get out of trouble super easily as Cade Stover had a nice 35-yard reception there. Their passing game was on point early. Stroud hit Emeka Egbuka there and then hit Smith and Jigba here for the first touchdown of the game. Ohio State was happy to be on the board first, but there was a huge momentum shift when they decided to fake a punt. Our defense shut that shit down, and that might have been the spark we needed because we swiftly made our way down the field after this reception by Xavier Worthy. That play set Josh Wood up to run this one in from the 20-yard line. It's a 7-7 game now, and we have the ball back. This screen pass to Hassan Hall got us into the red zone, allowing Josh Wood to run in his second touchdown of the game, giving us our first lead. Confidence was sky high for our team at this point, and this fumble forced by our defense only added more fuel to the fire. Hassan Hall rushed in this touchdown to put us up 21-7 at the half, and Coach Future knew this was our game to lose. Ohio State was driving down the field when CJ Stroud threw this ball into heavy coverage, and KJ Wallace came up with the huge interception, shrugging off the intended receiver and taking this one all the way to the house. Even though it was still early in the second half, it felt like this game was already over. The Buckeyes were able to find the end zone a few minutes into the final quarter and were looking to strike again with under a minute remaining, but Devon Witherspoon came up with this defensive stop on fourth down, allowing us to come away with a 28-14 victory in the Peach Bowl. And we were moving on to the next round, where we will either play number 4 Wisconsin or number 5 TCU. And when I tell you this game was crazy, it was crazy, because TCU was down 1 point very late in this game when Max Duggan threw these 2 big interceptions. Now all Wisconsin had to do was get a first down, and this one was pretty much over. But just as their halfback crossed the first down marker, he coughed the ball up and TCU recovered it. So the Horned Frogs got a third chance at victory, and they didn't screw it up this time as they hit the game-winning field goal, taking a 23-21 W, sending Wisconsin packing and moving on to play us in the Rose Bowl. On the other side of the bracket, number 7 Washington topped number 2 Tennessee on this game-winning touchdown. The Huskies move on to the next round, where they look to get the revenge against number 3 USC, because USC, we don't even have to talk about this game. San Diego State was honestly set up to fail. So this is what the bracket looks like going into our semifinal game against the TCU Horned Frogs. And it was not a hot start at all for us, as on our first offensive play, Josh Wood threw this pick 6, getting them on the board first, and on our next drive, Wood threw yet another interception. Our defense was able to stop them, so we had the ball back, but again, Josh Wood turned the ball over on the sideline. He was starting to get really frustrated, but our defense stopped Max Duggan here on 4th and inches, and that gave Josh Wood the ability to loosen up a little bit. He used his legs there to get a first down and then heaved it to the end zone, finding Nate McCollum wide open for our first touchdown of the game. With the ball back, Wood went to work finding Dylan Leonard for a first down there, then hitting Malachi Carter on the slant for a touchdown. They responded to our touchdown with a field goal late in the second quarter, but they left too much time on the clock and we took advantage. Xavier Worthy was able to haul in that bomb, putting us in the perfect position to score our third touchdown of the game, going to the break with a 21-10 lead. And in the second half, nothing really changed. Josh Wood hit Malachi Carter for his 4th passing touchdown of the game. Then halfway through the 4th, we finished them off with a touchdown rush from Hassan Hall. We took the Rose Bowl 35-17 and punched our ticket into the national championship, where we will now face the Washington Huskies after they got the revenge over USC in a blowout. So now it all comes down to this: can we finish finish off our perfect season with a national championship? Let's find out. We start off the Natty hot with a wide open Xavier Worthy touchdown reception, and after we stopped them on third down, they were only able to answer with a field goal, so we got the ball back and we're looking to do more damage. Nate McCollum got us into a great spot with a big rush off the jet sweep that allowed Josh Wood to fire one into the end zone, hitting EJ Jenkins, and our boys were hyped to be up 14-3 early. Washington was able to hit a field goal at the end of the half, so we went to the break with a 14-6 lead, and they were still very much in this game. They just needed to get their offense going, but that was going to be tough for them because Taylor McCauley absolutely trucked Michael Penix Jr., forcing a fumble on the first play of the half. We were able to take advantage of the turnover with a Hassan Hall rushing touchdown, putting us up 15 points, so they were really going to have to step it up if they wanted any shot at coming back, and it didn't help their cause when we pinned them on the 4-yard line with this punt. At least that's what we thought, because their halfback broke out this 88-yard rush, getting them out of trouble and into the red zone, where Michael Penix Jr. threw this absolute dime, and these guys weren't finished just yet. Early in the fourth, their defense stepped up, forcing us to punt. On third down, Michael Penix Jr. decided to heave one to the back of the end zone, and Devon Witherspoon came up with this clutch interception. At this point in the game, we were just trying to waste clock, and this rush from Josh Wood helped the cause a lot. Coach Future could smell the national championship now. All we needed to do was kill the clock, and we were able to do so, getting the clock down under a minute when we made this field goal, making it a 2-possession game, effectively sealing this one. We took a 24-13 win in the national championship, going 16-0 and completing the single season challenge.